Sourav, thank you so much for joining me on Frankly Speaking. On behalf of all our viewers, thanks very much. It's been a long time since we've spoken. Let me first begin by complimenting you. Steve Waugh said you're in the best form of your life. You played like a dream.
Yeah, I've played well. I've played well over the last 1 year since the time I've come back. I've hit the ball well. The runs have come. So it's been good last 11, 12 months.
And what really clicked for you down under in the Test series?
It's not one particular thing over the span of 1 year. It's just that I kept on playing well. Obviously, as I kept on playing well, the confidence grew. When I came back in South Africa, that first test in Johannesburg was very crucial. And I did well in the first innings on probably one of the most toughest wickets I've played. We went on to win the test match. South Africa got all out for 80 odd. So that gave a lot of confidence.
Gave you the momentum?
Yeah. And then I came back and played the one-day series, did consistently well. And over the period of time, as I kept on doing well, it just got better and better.
And then you've had a fantastic series in England. You had a fantastic series against Australia at home.
Against Pakistan at home.
Against Pakistan at home again.
I thought I played very well in England. And the best bit was that whenever the team required, in Nottingham, me and Sachin needed to play well for us to win the test. And we put on 140 odd runs for the third wicket. And that sealed the series for us. Even in the last test in Oval, we were 3 down for 11. And then me and Rahul got a partnership in. So it's been in crucial times, and obviously we won the series in England.
And now Australia. You were playing test cricket like a one-day player. You had a fantastic strike rate. I think in one of your innings you managed a strike rate over 85.
Yeah.
I think when you scored the 67.
Yes, because the series before that against Pakistan, I was in such good touch. I played well. So I went to Australia with a lot of confidence. And one thing I've realized in Australia that if you get in, those early 15-20 minutes are a little difficult because of the bounce and the pace. Once you get used to that, then shot making becomes easier because the ball goes off the bat, the outfields are quick, so you get value for the shots.
And what did you ever feel when you were down under that you were getting into the best form of your life? A lot has been said about Sourav Ganguly, including the fact that he scored most of his runs before 2000, and then he had a dream comeback 2006, and you were just getting into fantastic nick. Did you also feel that it was all coming together for you all over again?
Yes, I felt in good nick, to be honest. I felt in good nick from the time we played West Indies at home, the one-day game. My comeback game was in Nagpur where I got 98 and then obviously got run out. So from that game I really felt I was hitting the ball well, feet were moving well and I was getting into good positions, which I think is key for batting, and obviously that carried on.
You're a one-day player, even more than a test player.
Yeah, my one-day record has been good. It's probably been the best after Sachin for over a period of 12 years. It's been very, very good.
So why aren't you playing against Australia?
Well, it will be difficult for me to answer that question, but I think the selectors will have a better idea. But all I can say, I'm sure it's not on the basis of form, which is only in my control. I can only get the runs.
Absolutely.
The rest is not in my hands.
Did Steve Waugh say that you were in the best form of your life? And Steve Waugh doesn't say that to everyone all the time.
Well, I heard that because I don't read much of newspapers when I'm traveling and when I'm playing. I've heard that from people.
What was your reaction when you heard you were dropped?
I was a bit surprised because I didn't expect it. Because of the year that I had in both forms of the game last year, whether it's test and one-day cricket, I scored nearly 2,500 runs in 1 year. I was a bit surprised, but that's the way it is.
Surprised or speechless, Sourav? Many of your fans were speechless, and one account was that Sourav was speechless. He didn't ask whether he's going to be in. He wasn't told to make a case for himself. He'd been spoken to earlier. He was ready to play. He had clearly indicated that he was ready to play. You had indicated, hadn't you?
Yes, I did indicate to Venkatpati, Raju and Biswal, who were the selectors travelling on the tour on the morning of the day after the Perth Test match. But I didn't have any inclination that I would be left out.
What did you tell them?
Well, they just asked me whether I wanted to continue playing one-day cricket. I said yes, at least definitely for the next 7-8 months. because there's not much of one-day cricket this year. Now this is Australia series, then India goes to Sri Lanka for test and one day, so there's 5 one-days there, and we have the Champions Trophy in September, and the rest of the year is full of test cricket.
You told them, what did they tell you?
No, nothing. That's what I
They
found.
just heard you?
Yeah, that's what, and obviously I was dropped after.
The next thing you heard was that you were dropped.
Yeah, me and Rahul both left out.
What was your first reaction then?
Well, I was upset. Obviously, I was disappointed because I was in good touch. But then, as I said, I just accepted it.
You didn't discuss it with anyone?
No,
With Dhoni?
no, I didn't. I didn't want to fill his mind up with questions. We had a test match to play in 2 days' time in Adelaide, and that was an important test match because we just won in Perth and we needed to do well in Adelaide, and that's the reason I didn't raise the question. And he's a young captain. He definitely must have thought something before he made the decision. And it's important that he gets his space.
That's very generous of you, because one remembers, I think you became captain fairly young. You were 28 or 27, 28?
In 2000, I was 27. Yeah.
You were 27 when you became captain. So you could empathize with Dhoni as well. But
Yeah.
do you think it could have been done differently?
In what way?
In the way that, Sachin, Sourav and Dravid have played years of test cricket. And if they have years of ODIs, and they have a fantastic record, they played for the country, perhaps more grace in the entire business. We've been hearing these stories sort of over the last 2-3 months, that there is it's a planned exit of the golden quartet or the golden trio, whichever way you look at it, if you include Lakshman or not, from the one-day version of the game. That it's planned out and it's hurting somewhere. It's hurting them, the players themselves.
Is it us or
You and of course the fans who are around you.
But to be honest, we did not have any information or inclination about that this was going to happen. It would have happened at some stage because that's the way the sport is. But as you said, in the last 2-3 months, this was talked about or this was thought about. But I don't think neither me or Rahul had any inclination about it.
You spoke to Rahul about it after it happened?
No, we spoke about it casually.
Like?
We had a laugh over it, saying that we're not a part of the one-day team. That's all. That's all, because we had to focus on the test match straight away in 2 days' time.
Right.
If there was some gap in between the games, then probably the discussions could have gone on. But we had to get back into test cricket in 2 days' time. So we had a chat about it and then moved on.